Deion Sanders Jr. and Coach Prime send message to Shedeur Sanders. After he made tough family admission, Shedeur Sanders' journey to the pros hasn't been a walk in the park. After getting the invite to the combine and facing some anonymous feedback, he had to shake off that arrogant label. Even though he and his family tried to defend him from those claims, it probably left a mark. On draft day, he ended up waiting until the 5th round to get picked. Definitely not what everyone expected, considering he was once projected to go in the top 3. He was sitting there worrying about his future, which made for some pretty wild headlines. But now that Shedeur has found his footing at the Browns quarterback camp, he's ready to grind and make a comeback. And you know what? Someone's feeling pretty lucky right now. Coach Prime and his brother Deion Sanders Jr. are all about showing off Shedeur's early success in the Ken Dorsey offense. The former Jackson State and Colorado star quarterback is really starting to hit his stride again. Known for his quick connections with receivers, he's been rocking it at rookie camp with the Browns. On the second day of workouts, which was May 28th, he left the veterans and coaches amazed by completing 7 out of 9 passes, 78%, for 3 touchdowns and no picks. Deion was watching it all go down and might have even teared up a bit. But in public, he's being the ultimate cheerleader for his son, posting clips from his workouts on Instagram with the caption, "It's a beautiful thing," on Coach Prime. Did you catch a glimpse of Shedeur's electric legs? If not, you definitely should. But honestly, beyond all the technical stuff, it's just a proud dad admiring his son, who's out there shining and taking on the world with so much gratitude. God is great, Deion probably whispered to himself from his living room, thinking back on the ups and downs of their training days at Colorado and Jackson State. We're picking up on that vibe, and guess who's joining in on the feels? Yep, it's the most sensible and underrated Sanders in the room, Deion Sanders Jr. Bucky came out to back his dad and brother up in the comments. Legendary. He chose to keep the overwhelming emotion short and crisp. Watching your brother fly high in his lane is a different joy. Bucky oozes that ideal big bro vibe of the next door. It's, however, not the first time that the rapper and entrepreneur stood up for his brothers in public and helped keep their chins up amidst adversity. Via his new song drop, Bucky dished a strong response to all the critics of Shiloh and Shedeur through the entire draft dilemma. His No Sympathy, exclusively designed for silencing the hate surrounding his siblings, captivated the social media wall within weeks in its own right. A rare symphony of love and brotherhood it sings of. But Shedeur's recent confession might force you into believing otherwise. Shedeur Sanders was candid about his family relationships. Shedeur Sanders is currently carrying a lot of load on his shoulders, and for all the right reasons. With a crowded QB room in Cleveland, he needs to walk some extra miles to topple all the competitors, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Joe Flacco, and earn the starting spot ahead of the season. It's justified for him to stay hooked to his work all day, but not getting a chance to catch up with his family, especially with his dad, even for a few minutes, is pretty absurd. When Darius Sanders caught up in a chat and asked Shedeur about his recent interactions with Deion Sanders, the Browns QB came clean. Sometimes, I haven't really been talking to anybody, bro, for real. However, he doesn't appreciate it at all. It's more of a situational compulsion rather than free will, quite obvious. That's not cool, it's not. That's not cool, Shedeur added, but I've been at the facility all day, and when it's time for me to get home, I'm ready to lay down, go over my plays, and study my plays and lay down. So, I talk to everybody like every other day. In no way does Shedeur define his happiness as preferring alone time over spending time with family. That's what a rookie QB's life is. If you want to make it big, you have to sacrifice. Unfortunately for Shedeur, that sacrifice comes in the form of limiting time with his family.